Canopy is, the side skins are riveted in place. Next we gotta work on the seal. The seal comes from Vans in a roll, and it does not want to unroll and be straight. So I took it out last night, and I clamped it to either side of this table, and left it there like that so it would straighten itself out. It seems to have done so. If I unclamp it, it does manage to stay straight for a little while. But we're gonna basically do some arts and crafts. We got a hole punch here. That should be fun.
All right, welcome back to Bald Man Building an Airplane. This is Canopy video 29. What we've got here is the seal that goes around the back side of the tip up. What we've got, or what we're doing, is they've got some shims here, and we're marking out where the holes in the shims are going to be, because we have to sort of cut holes in the rubber seal to make room for the screws and the nuts or the washers or something like that. And yeah, you just sort of you lay them out so there's a certain distance in between them so that you've got enough leftover seal on either side, and then start marking it and punching holes and cutting it. So let's talk about the details of that now.
All right, I'm gonna give a close-up more like what the heck I'm actually doing here. So I've marked my hole, and then I've marked a 7/16 surround it. So then I take my new marker, my green marker here, and I just mark those up out to the edge, this darker edge here before that bevel. That's where we want to get to. We don't want to cross that bevel. Then we're going to get our hole punch in here, and just going to go right. I'm going to align the edge of the hole punch up with my line and with the edge of the bevel, and it'll be about good enough, but I don't want it to go over. Oh boy. I went a little bit far, but it'll be okay. And this one on this side, I read this step several freaking times to figure out what exactly they mean by using this, and now I understand it. So I figured I'd add this to the video so it's easier for someone else to understand. So there it is. So you make two edges, and I didn't get this cut over far enough, but that's okay. And then we just razor that in for the straights. Cut along there. Quick cut along there. All we're doing is we're making relief cuts in this for the screw and the sort of the washer 00007s. They're going to go in there, and it needs to be able to wiggle a little bit either way. So I think that's why they give you 7/16. The washer itself is only like, I don't know, a quarter of an inch or something like that. So anyway, let's get back to time lapse. This is going to be boring looking at it like this.
I mean, it's boring looking at it like this too, but at least we're going a lot faster. What else can I say about this? It's not so bad. I probably should have used a little X-Acto knife instead of that box cutter razor that I just kept using. Just happens to be that, you know, what I've got in hand when I'm working in the garage is got those there. Downstairs in the crafty area is where the X-Acto knife is, but I mean, obviously I had to go to the crafty area to get the dang hole punch, so why not the X-Acto knife too? Whatever, this wasn't too bad. It was just a head scratcher at first to figure out what was actually supposed to be done. as far as like what the plans really wanted you to do. So I'm glad that I was able to capture a really good indication of what we're doing here. Making little relief cuts in this thing. And it's a good amount, or it's a good amount of extra space that allows it to move around in there. So that way you can, it's got to line up with the holes in your canopy, right? But you can't really match drill it from the canopy. So this is the best you can do. And that's just kind of the strange part about it. So what I did for this, and now we've got to basically put it onto the canopy. So what, as you see here, I took all the number 6 screws and I put them into the canopy, and then I taped them down. So that way they don't come out when I go to try to put this in. So what we got here is, this is the shim that we used to get the measurements for the for the seal, for cutting the seal. And you've got to put the shim in place, but there's a tiny washer in between the shim and the canopy, and that's where the seal goes, the relief cut and the seal goes. So I just basically put the shim in place and then let it hold the washers in place. And I started at the top and I just put those little MS21042-08 screws in place. It's not snugged them down yet, I don't think. It's just good enough for right now. I think we'll snug them down a little bit later. No glucose. Oh, that lifts really nice. We'll see you next time.